And welcome back to another Knockout Games review. This is DJ, and today we're going to be reviewing Knack 2, the sequel that came out of nowhere. In the first Knack, you play as, obviously, the name of the game is Knack. And Knack is a mysterious creature with unique abilities, and he was created by Dr. Vargas. Now Knack, he is the creation of ancient relics from a long-lost ancient civilization. He's capable of intelligent speech, thinking as he gives himself his name. The orb in his chest is the area found about 20 years before the start of the story in the original game, during a deep underground expedition of Dr. Vargas. His purpose is essentially to aid the humanity in the war against the goblins. Knack is able to transform himself into a large, big monster, and small, so he can fit into little areas. And that works out when you're trying to find hidden secrets and also unlock special abilities. Now, the thing about Knack is, not only does he become big through relics, but also there's a few materials within both the first game and the second game that he could add to his body for extra armor. Some of the snow areas you can add ice to your body. In other parts of the level you can add wood, and you can add metal, you can add clear crystals, poison, and bigger relics than the usual ones you would find. Now each one has their strengths, each one has their weaknesses. With the ice you'll be able to freeze your enemies, but at the same time you lose it as you go through the stage because the sun melts it. The wood, if you get hit by fire, the wood melts. The metal can be stripped away by magnetic fields and electricity. The clear crystals is for when you're in stealth mode, with two forms, but very fragile at the same time. The poison one slowly loses relics and need to replenish quickly. And the giant relics increase colossal sizes, so it just only makes you bigger. Now, this game takes place a few years after the second one, after you save the world from the goblins. Now, in this one, a new threat arrives, and they're in the form of like these big titan machines. Now, it is said in the game that these titans were created by the ancient high goblins in a long time ago in the thing called the Great War. And someone or something is bringing these machines back to life. And so it's your job to, obviously, try to find out what's going on here, who's behind it, and stop them before it gets more out of control. Alright, and I gotta say that for a platforming game that the original didn't have such a deep story, they totally twisted it around in this one, and I feel like the story is very well done. It's funny, sometimes it gets you on the edge of your seat sometimes. And so this is like a major improvement over the original. If you played the original, then you already know the cast of characters in here. Well, you'll meet some new ones. You'll meet a new ally named Ava. And then you'll meet another character by the name of Xander, who is part of the monks who you're trying to help stop these titans. Now, the same gameplay elements that were in the first one are in this one as well, but they do give Knack some extra moves. In this game, he's available to kick, link combos together, special abilities, special powers. So it's not an actual like repeat of a game. They actually took the time to listen to the community and actually give Knack a variety of moves, so the gameplay wouldn't be so repetitive, and that's always welcome. In the original game, you pretty only had like 3 types of enemy kinds. It was all different kinds of goblins. And in this one, it's a totally different kind of experience. In this one, you got goblins, you've got soldiers, you've got titans, you got enemies that mimic that of Knack, as you can see on the screen right now. So the variety of enemies has also been boosted, which gives you different ways to attack your enemies. You can't always attack the enemy the same now, because now you don't know what kind of enemy you're going up against, and that's what gives you all the variety.
Is this where you saw Katrina making her last stand?
I think so. Looks like the battle's moved on.
Now, one thing I always said about the original Knack is that the platforming was very challenging. So I was actually surprised that they actually made it harder in these platform sections than they were in the original. I didn't think that they could get any harder, but they actually did. So I mean, if you're into challenging platforming sections, Knack got you covered because he's full of challenges. Overall, with improved gameplay, improved and detailed story, the campaign will run you around 10 hours, give or take. All in all, for a sequel that nobody asked for, it's really well done. I would recommend it, especially at the price point of $39.99. They're not charging you a full $60 for this game, when I feel like this is worth $60, as opposed to the first one that was worth $60 when it came out, when it first came out. So I would say that for $40, Knack is a steal. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good game. It was one of my favorite games so far this year. So I totally recommend it. Alright, and yeah, that's all I really got to say. I liked the game. I thought it was great. That's my review. I'm sticking to it. I hope you all enjoyed this. This is DJ, and I'll catch you out in the next Knockout Games video.